So, folks, good news. It seems that the Save America Act has been dealt what could be a death blow. So, the Daily Beast reports today, GOP senator gives Trump's bonkers plot a reality check. Now, what this was is that Donald Trump was trying to pressure John Thune to destroy the filibuster in order to pass the Save America Act, which I want to remind you, for those of you who aren't familiar with this, the Save America Act essentially would have disenfranchised tens of millions of people across the United States on the basis of name changes, etc. Would have required voter ID when going to vote, etc. It would have essentially operated as a massive poll tax against the American people and provided multiple hurdles that people would have had to clear in order to vote. And that includes, by the way, married women who've changed their names. They would have had to go through multiple hurdles in order to restore their right to vote. Just on many different levels, there were hurdles already here, including legal ones. The fact that John Thune has effectively said, no, we're not going to nuke the filibuster, I think that means this is dead. Now, what else was in this bill? Well, Donald Trump wanted to go for the Hail Mary, so he wanted anti-trans provisions added to the Save America Act in order to discriminate against trans people, effectively. There's several different policies included in there. He's been posting typos about trans people in his Truth Social posts about it, but he has effectively been saying, this is the most important bill. It is the top priority. If Congress does not enact this law, I will not be signing any laws ever again. He's been going hard on this. So people were really scared that it would pass and that Republicans would press the big red button on their desk and blow up the filibuster as a way to prevent this legislation from going through, meaning that there would just no longer be a need for 60 votes, and they could instead pass it with a simple majority. The 79-year-old also urged Republicans not to settle for what he called a watered-down version and instead go for the gold. But John Thune has effectively said, nah, we're not going to do that. So let's just take a look here. The problem, Thune told reporters, is that the tactic doesn't actually help the majority party pass a bill. The votes aren't there, one, to nuke the filibuster, and the votes aren't there for a talking filibuster, Thune said. It's just a reality. As it is right now, it seems that this bill is dead. Because unless they get 7 Democrats to break the filibuster, and I don't think they have 7 Democrats willing to cross the line in order to fuck up voting and trans people at the same time. It's not a really enticing idea for Democrats, even the most conservative ones. So, all that being said, this seems dead in the water. And I think that is excellent and wonderful news. And I think it is also indicative of the fact that we're getting closer to the midterms. And the closer we get to the midterms, the more every single Republican is looking for a way to stand up to Trump and distance themselves just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Right? And this is one of the ways they are distancing themselves a little bit, which is by saying, no, we're not going to nuke the filibuster. You can say that this is your number one priority, but we're not going to do that anyway. Or either that or jump ship. That's true. A lot of people are just simply retiring or not running for re-election. A huge number. I think what last I saw was 37 Republicans. Crazy. So anyway, folks, great news. This seems to be dead in the water. Hopefully it stays that way. All that being said, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Comments longer than 8 words typically do better in the algorithm for whatever reason. And folks, we need to organize. Get organized with your local Dems. Get organized with your local DSA. We need folks to show up to these meetings and be the progressive and more radicalized voices in the room to try and push our parties left and make them more effective. It is vitally important that people show up. If you need help doing that, please jump into our Discord, !Discord in any of the chats, and reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. Reach out to GamerG for help with your local DSA. And if you don't want to go to the Discord for whatever reason, head over to riverboat.gg and you can talk to them over here. Dragonfly's like literally right there. Okay? So, all that being said, check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. Let's keep on going. Link down below, by the way, if you need one.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat Jack.